All right, welcome to Star Wars Unlimited. My name is D-Rod, and I'm just excited to do some more draft. I've had draft available on forcetable.net here for about 2 weeks, and as we get closer to the release of the game, which we are almost down to the full month, right? We're about to see about a month away from pre-release weekend, which is going to be March 1st, with release starting on March 8th. So I'm pretty excited. It's January 25th, 2024. And we are so close to having a full set reveal, cards in hand. Even though I have a couple cards in hand now, but like official cards in hand, packs to rip, boxes to open. And I just want to keep getting better at this game, finding synergies, talking about what you can expect in your draft experience. So let's dive into it. But again, I am excited because I do have a couple of things with me here today. If you are not familiar with the Star Wars Unlimited Roadshow events, that's a great thing that Asmodee has done to partner with Cascadia Events to host events at local stores around the country. There are, I think, probably over 40 stores doing this from what I've seen over the next 2 months. I have the privilege of doing a few here in Portland, Oregon, and I'm pretty excited because I was sent a lot of these awesome demo decks here, holding on to quite a few of these cards. But yeah, just pumped to get cards as cool as Luke Skywalker here, the demo versions, and we'll be running some events and some of the local stores here like Gone Guy Games and Guardian Games, some big stores in the area. So excited to do that. If you're unfamiliar, that's something you should look up in your area or your social groups and just kind of see if there's anything going on where you can sit down, talk to somebody about the game, see where the community's at, invite some friends, play some paper Star Wars Unlimited. It's going to be really cool. But until we get there, this is what Force Table's for. Learning the game, learning some practical insights, figure out what works and what you're going to like. And I'm so excited to just play around today. So we're going to do a couple of drafts, and we are then going to do a couple of matches with those drafts, probably 1, maybe 2 games, and then we just go back to draft and talk about strategies. So let's get going. So I love what Force Table does here, and if you're unfamiliar with the draft section, when you draft in Star Wars Unlimited, you actually start with the leaders first. So if you're first time watching this, but Force Table does really well at just making things look a little bit better. Again, they're going to put your leaders like this. We're going to have our deck, so we're going to be able to see where we're at. But yeah, let's go smart here. So I'm giving Han Solo, IG-88, and Director Krennic. So I'm going to pick one of these, and we're going to pass the other 2 to our player on the left, which is the AI. They're going to pass us 2 options. We'll pick 1 card, and we'll do this 3 times. So first time, I'm going to go with Director Krennic. It's kind of a safe bet with someone like him. When you're looking at your leaders, you want to take a look at how early can you get them on the board, which is going to be their resource cost on the left, and also what their health is. So in a limited format, IG-88 may be good, but he only has 4 health, so he shouldn't be your first pick. Han Solo has good stats. He's 4/6, and he costs 6 to get out, and he can ramp, as you can see in his abilities. He's a good card. If you like yellow and white, cunning and heroism, it's a good one to go with. But the safe bet out of these 3 is going to be Director Krennic. So he's a 5 cost unit that comes in. He can hit for 2. He has 7 health, so he's very difficult to remove. And he heals your base while making your damage unit stronger. So we're seeing a heal ability, a static ability, which is going to pump up your damage units. He's difficult to kill with that 7 health. So I'm picking him. That's my first pick, and that's always what out of these 3, it just seems like that's always going to be the safe bet. So let's move on to pick 2. A second Krennic, which we can pass, and we can just take Leia Organa here. She's good. She comes out on turn 5. She has some good rebel synergy. Her stats are decent, 3/6 with a raid ability, so she can hit for 4. So we can pick her. She goes in different colors, green and white, so command and heroism. So let's make her our 3rd pick and our final pick. I think this is what you're going to see a lot in these drafts, is you're going to get stuck with IG-88 as the final card there. So I think it's cool. Kelson, I'm so glad you're catching me live. Yeah, so feel free if you have any questions, anything like that, feel free to ask them. Thanks for watching the videos when they're not live, so that helps a lot. And so let's figure out what we're going to get here. We've drafted our leaders, and now we go back to the packs that we originally opened to pull our leaders out, and we're going to start there. We're going to pick one card out of each pack. First round, you pass them to your left. Not that you guys will see that in Force Table, but just to get everyone familiar with the rules. That way you're a little prepared when you go into your first tournament. So, okay, so first pack, let's see. We were given a security complex, and our rare slot is Agent Callus. Great card here. Big fan. Pack one, though, you know, we don't have to commit to a color right away. We should just pick the thing either we like the most or we think is going to be helpful. In limited formats, you're looking for something like a bomb, which is going to be something mid or late game that's difficult for your opponent to deal with. That's what we call a bomb, you know. Or you want to maybe look at some strong removal that comes in early. For me, if I see Overwhelming Barrage, that's a card I want to grab. That's a card I want to build around. Anything that can take care of a big unit or wipe the board and just take care of the small units, I'm a big fan. So, yeah. Let's see here. What are we going to take? So we got some good stuff here. We got a Sentinel unit. That's always solid. It's black. Fits two of our color schemes because we're either going to run blue-black, red-black, or green-white. You know, so it's probably best to stick with some single colors or take something that's going to be good. I think I'm going to take probably Vanquish. So I can fit that at any of my color wheels right now. And it's one less removal I have to worry about my opponents playing. My next get, if I went with that Han Solo, this Chewbacca is really good, but we didn't go with him. So we're just going to go with that Vanquish. Move on to pack two. All right, pack two, a couple of good cards. We have something that's good with Krennic, Death Trooper, blue-black there, loves to damage himself, damage other units, but we also see some strong mono-green cards. Resupply for that ramp ability, Vanguard Infantry, which dies and gives you an experience token, Mercenary Company. These single aspect cards are really beneficial. We don't have to commit to a full color, and you know, green's not a bad one to splash because we have some removal in green, we have some ramp in green, and we have some other cards like Vanguard Infantry or not Viper Probe Droid. That's not the word. What is it? The V-Wing, sorry, the Patrol V-Wing is also going to be good because you're going to draw a card from it. So I don't mind ever splashing green. I think it's a good one. If I ever have to choose between colors I want to splash, it's usually red, green, blue, just because they have a lot of those effects that are going to remove your opponent's units. So let's go ahead and let's be smart. We'll take the resupply. So that way if we find a good bomb, it's easier for us to ramp to. Pack two, or pack three, sorry. Pick one, pick three. Let's see here. So, Disabling Fang Fighter is another one of those good ones. It's good utility. It's a body, so it's going to fill up your space arena, and it's going to defeat an upgrade that maybe you don't have an answer for. So that's a good one to see. We have a second resupply, which I don't mind, you know, skipping. We already have one without a bomb yet. This is also our second Akbar. And Akbar does some damage on entry. So if we go that Leia route, that'd be solid. But again, we don't have to commit to colors yet. We can just kind of play around, see what kind of comes out of these packs. Pack one. So I'm going to take Colonel Yularen. So when you play a green unit, you can heal your base. That may make the difference in a limited format. All right, we got a Forces with me. This is a great new card that came out this week. Choose a friendly unit, give 2 experience tokens to it. If you control a Force unit, also give a shield token unit to the chosen unit. So this doesn't mean you have to target a Force unit, you just have to have one on the field. Not only that, you can attack with a chosen unit. So this is like one of the first blue cards that lets you upgrade and immediately swing. And I like that. So it's 4 costs. It is blue-white, so it's limited to hero. But it's a really solid one. So love to see it. Here's one I'm excited for. What this means for the game, I don't know. So this is Rook, right? He just got released today, January 25th, I believe, from a European site. He is a Thrawn's assassin. If you're unfamiliar with Thrawn pre-canon, Rook is actually the bodyguard of Grand Admiral Thrawn in the original Thrawn trilogy. So the original Thrawn trilogy is written by the same author who Dave Filoni obviously really loves, and they are trying to keep Thrawn more of the original trilogy, I would say. But a total, Thrawn has about 10 books in the Star Wars universe. 4 non-canon that were written in the 90s and 2000s. And then he has 6 that have been written about him since. You can also see him in Rebels and the Ahsoka series. Rook is from the original trilogy. I won't get too far into it, but Rook is actually a bodyguard of Thrawn, serving as a Imperial, not enslaved race, but almost like they have a life debt, similar to Chewbacca and Han Solo's situation. In the original canon, Darth Vader was able to save Rook's planet after they suffered some, just a lot of problems between the Galactic Civil War, and the Empire stepped in, started helping them, and the Nogri, which Rook is, have kind of come to the fact of, hey, we want to protect the Empire who we owe. Rook is the, essentially, you know, not the leader of those clans, but he's kind of one of the ones that are the ambassadors or envoys that serve the Imperial officers at their request, specifically Thrawn. So this is really cool because we're not seeing a lot of Legends material yet. So Rook is either going to be someone we see come into the new canon, or we're going to see a couple of more legendary cards come in, which I'm excited about. But yeah, I think he fits really well. He's shielded. They don't give him Sentinel because even though he's kind of a bodyguard, always around Thrawn, he plays more of this assassin role. He's green-black, he's 5 cost, and when this unit deals damage, combat damage to a non-leader unit, when they attack, they immediately defeat the unit. So it doesn't matter how strong they are, as long as they can hit them when they're attacking, the unit's dead. So if you're familiar with Magic, it's called Death Touch, and I think that's also a great phrase to give it here, because as long as it touches it when it's attacking, the unit's dead. So I'm a big fan of Rook. I'm going to take him. I'd love to just kind of mess around with this unit. Just, again, one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite characters from that trilogy. Love to see it. Let's get him in there. Okay, well, we are so far a lot of green, a little bit of blue. This pack is heavy Rebels. You know, again, we haven't really committed to a color yet. We're still in pack 1. So let's make a decision here. Heavy Rebels, but we want to be able to play maybe something yellows. Honestly, we haven't seen much yellow yet, so let's get something good in case we go this way. I'm going to go Mon Mothma, because if we do go Leia, she's going to be able to at least pull some more Rebels for that synergy. So let's pick Mon Mothma. Low cost, seems good. You're right, Kelston. That Death Touch ability, shields are going to protect that. So you're going to want to find something that's going to give him maybe Saboteur. Let's see what we can find. Maybe we go splash that red, play Precision Fire, get Saboteur. Much nicer because we'll get past those shields, right? Ooh, this pack here. This is some good villain stuff. So Bosk, I'm a big fan of in Limited. That ambush ability, as well as dealing damage when you play events, kind of gives you a little bit of momentum there. So I'm a big fan of Bosk. Another resupply, a Super Laser Technician, an Imperial Interceptor. Good stuff here. Good stuff. Again, we still haven't committed on a color. I'm going to take the Imperial Interceptor. Well, I'm going to take the Interceptor. It's a good body. It can deal damage. Let's take it. All right, same thing here. We got a Ruthless Raiders recruit. Mostly hero stuff. So could take the Raiders, which is a maybe. I'm going to take the Echo Base Defender. It's a Sentinel. It's Rebel unit. Why not? Okay, here's that Precision Fire I was talking about. It's going to give a unit Saboteur. Could work really well with Rook when we run into those shield tokens. But again, not sure if that's where we're going to go. This is still pack 1. A lot of cards left to pick in this draft. Let's take Fallen Lightsaber. I like that one. All right, this pack, Super Rebels. Honestly, I'm going to take Bright Hope just in case. We're going in there. And now we're back to this pack. I remember this one. A lot of heavy green. Let's take Mercenary Company. You know, we're not seeing a lot of big bombs, but this can be a good mid-size one. It's 6 cost, it's green, 5/5 with ambush and overwhelm. So let's just go ahead and pick him up, and just to have him, I'm gonna grab this Akbar just in case. No, we've gone heavy green. Let's go Snowtrooper Lieutenant. All right, this one's all heroes, so I'm just going to pick out Maneuver just in case. We'll take another Echo-based Defender and a Lothal Insurgent. So we're about to go into Pack 2. Let's review what we have, and this is something you want to do after you draft. Take a quick look at your cards, get a good feel for what you're missing, where you've gone. Right now we can see we have around 4 Imperial units here and 4 Rebel units, so we're pretty tied. Same thing with space, upgrades, and events. So what we didn't grab was much blue, so unless we see some strong blue, it may not be a color we actually play this game, which is disappointing because Krennic's really solid. So all right, this is where we got to decide. These first 2 packs is going to make that difference, especially, so hopefully we see a really strong card. Obi-Wan Kenobi, strong card, blue, white. But what do I want more than Kenobi? It's Overwhelming Barrage. So if you're unfamiliar with this card, it's 5 cost. Give a friendly unit +2/+2 for the phase, then it deals damage equal to its power, divided as you choose among any other units. So not only are you going to buff your unit, you're going to be able to deal damage across both arenas, space and ground. So that makes me want to go with Overwhelming Barrage. It's good removal. And now we're going to have to commit a little bit harder to that green, black, and either red or blue package. So here's another good card, Strike True. It's removal, it's 3 cost, and you can deal damage to any arena. Big fan of this type of card. Also, we have Reinforcement Walker. When we're talking about bombs, cards that are difficult to deal with, here's a good one. 6/9. Yes, it needs to come out on turn 8, but 9 damage is going to be difficult to deal with unless someone's running like a Vanquish, right? So maybe a card I go with. I think that's going to stay around. I'm going to take the Strike True just to have a little bit more protection, I think. No, I'm going to take the Steadfast Battalion. Let's get another semi-strong unit in play. Ooh, here we go. We have a Gladiator, Star Destroyer, and Power of the Dark Side. I'm a big fan of Power of the Dark Side because it makes your opponent sacrifice a unit and you can get in someone's head. Love playing mind games. So, and if you haven't played tabletop games before, or TCGs most of the time, there's a term that we call tilt, putting your opponent on tilt. This is a card that does that. Anytime you can have your opponent make a choice in the middle of the game, it's going to kind of drive them a little bit wild, right? They're going to have to break their train of thought, whatever they were thinking about next turn, because now they have to make a harder decision of who do they get rid of. It's no longer, you know, them waiting for you to kill something. They have to kill it. So I like cards like this. Fun, another card revealed today, Gamorrean Guards. So straight out of Jabba's palace, representing a couple movies here in the series Book of Boba Fett. So great card, 4/4 for 4, 1 aspect, which is cunning. And if you control another cunning unit, this unit gains Sentinel. So I like that. So they don't, it's cool because they have nothing to protect if you don't have anything else that's yellow on the board. And I think that's some good flavor. So yeah, back to this. I don't have many ships, so I think I'm gonna have to go with the ship over Power of the Dark Side, just because this is not only a ship, it's a ship with Sentinel. It's good ramp. Let's go with it. I'm hoping Power of the Dark Side comes back. Ooh, another Star Destroyer and a Death Trooper. Look at these Imperial units I could use. I'm going to take the Defense Walker because, again, I have a feeling some of these other units are going to come back around. Ooh, Command, Strike True, Prepare for Takeoff, AT-AT Suppressor, Super Laser Technician. Let's get some bodies. We need some more bodies. Okay, green, black, blue, Cargo Juggernaut, shielded, when played. If you control another blue unit, heal 4 damage from your base. Or we go Mercenary Company again. Interesting card. It's going to ramp, has Overwhelm, has Ambush. Solid card. Both are 6 cost. Let's go ahead and play Mercenary Company. We're ramping for a reason. All right, this one's going to be an obvious choice here, and it's going to be Traitorous. If you're unfamiliar with this card, essentially you take control of your opponent's unit that costs 3 or less until this upgrade is removed or the unit dies. So I love it. In a limited format, you may be taking something your opponent's really counting on. So let's grab that guy. Back to this pack. Look how much green is in here. This is pretty cool. We can take the Reinforcement Walker, or we could take the Consortium Star Viper. Probably where we're going to want the Walker. So let's go ahead and take that big boy. All right, a lot of heroic stuff here, but a surgical droid. I think I'm going to take the Technician just to have a little bit more ramp. Another Walker, but I'm going to take Strike True for some removal. Frontline Shuttles are really our only choice here. It can, it's a good 2-drop. It's a space unit. It can attack for 1, but also you can attack again after it's exhausted, but you will kill it. I'm waiting for that moment in this game where we start getting some good cards that say when a unit dies, trigger another ability, and I think we're going to see Frontline Shuttle be one of those cards that just really advance itself because of that. Just really popular. All right, Command or Strike True. I'm going to take Strike True because I'm not playing double green, and Attack Pattern Delta. Okay, we went heavy green that one, but we need to see what we're missing. As far as units, let's see. We have 4 units over 6. Nothing that's a 2. Well, the Yularen's a 2, and not much Sentinel. So I'm definitely going to need to find some cell block guards here pretty quick, or figure out something else. As far as space units, I have 3 units I can play. Upgrades is just going to be 1, this Traitorous. And as far as removal, I feel pretty good about that. We have 4 removal cards: Vanquish, Overwhelming Barrage, and 2 Strike Trues. So this last pack, I got to focus on some bodies. So space and ground. If I find a good upgrade, let's go for it. Really hoping we get some Scout Bike Pursuers. So, all right, what do we have here? Surgical Droid, TIE Advance, Patrol Craft, another Super Laser Technician, and Homestead Militia. So 2 cards with Sentinel, which is pretty good. We got to pick one. TIE Advance is going to be good because it's going to make your Imperial units a little bit stronger, but I think we're better off picking between some lower cost units. Let's go with the Patrol Craft. We don't have many space units, so I'd rather put a little bit more investment in there. This pack is mostly going to be the Star Viper. I'm not looking forward for this pack coming back because there isn't much we can do with it. So let's pick the Star Viper there. All right, next one. Agent Callus is going to be pretty good. The Surgical Droid as well to heal some of our units. I want to take the Surgical Droid. I want a couple of low-cost units to make sure we're hitting the board. All right, Emperor's Royal Guard is going to give us Sentinel as long as we have an official in play, and Krennic is an official. Oof. Look at this. Fet's Fire Spray. Man, that's good. That's good. Next one, V-Wing or TIE Fighter. I'm going to take the V-Wing because we're going to draw a card. Seems solid. Let's grab it. Not a lot of blue in these packs we've been getting, I'll tell you. Man, not a lot. Oh, here's another new one. Escort Skiff. So 4 cost, 1 green. When you control another green unit, this gains Ambush. So I think that's solid. I really love these 4 cost cards that can trigger as long as you have something else. Skiff is just really good. So is Steadfast Battalion, who says as long as you control a leader unit, give a friendly unit +2/+2 for the phase. Both are good. And what are we looking at as far as low cost units? 2 Technicians, 1 Shuttle. Let's take another Technician. So we don't mind them dying. They're good bodies to put out. They can do some damage. I think that'll be fun. I think I'm going to take the Blizzard Assault AT-AT. So this one's really good. I feel like now with 3 super laser technicians, we're better off at getting this type of card. Again, what we're really waiting for is a couple more sentinel units. So I'll have to pay a little bit more attention here. Nothing good. We have 2 academy trainings. I mean, they're good. Things are good, but not what we really need. Let's take the ambush. If we can't get the sentinel cards we need to start taking out units. So let's be a little bit aggressive. Okay, we're gonna take Homestead Militia because it does gain sentinel when you have 6 resources. So let's grab that. This pack is not gonna be helpful. So let's take Power Failure. Now, to be fair, in a tournament, I would probably grab a Power Failure even if I wasn't playing the colors, because if I paid 4 to remove any number of upgrades off someone's unit, if someone just, drew nuts and they were just like, here's, Luke Skywalker, or here's Turret, and here's a Jedi lightsaber, Protector, Jedi lightsaber, I'd pay 4 to remove all those upgrades, right? No problem. So I'm just going to grab it. I can just go in there, no problem. Let's take a Prepare for Takeoff. I'm probably not going to play that. Grab a Recruit, same thing. And a 97th Legion. This works in our favor, so seven resources to get out, but its power and its attack and its defense is equal to the amount of resources you have. So why not? Nope, yep, I think we'll be left with kind of nothing there. All right. So now we have to build a quick deck. Let's view our draft pool one more time. Power Failure, yeah. Thanks, Kelton. Power Failure again. Kelston, good sideboard card. Another good one would have been Regional Governors. That's a great sideboard card. So I know we're going green, black, blue. Everything seems to be pointing that way. It's a little bit different when you're drafting. You're not going to have a large pool like in Sealed where you really want to see what you have. You kind of know what direction you're going. So some decent events. Again, we're sitting with 1, 2, 3, 4 kill events. I'm a big fan. 2 different types of search events and 1 ramp event. Upgrades, not going to be too far there. And as far as space units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'll take it. So I know I passed on a second patrolling V-Wing, but I feel like these other ones are still going to be good. So as far as what we're ramping into, 8 is a good number, but we can really settle for 7 if we need to. So I think we'll have some fun here. We're going to have to be aggressive. We have a few ambush abilities, and I think once we get on the board, we'll be okay. So not as much healing though, and no scout bike pursuers, no death troopers. So you're not going to get the typical Krennic build, especially if you watch some of my videos. So let's see what we can do with this. Director Krennic, please. And we do not want Administrator's Tower. Let's choose, I guess we're taking Capital City. Yep, Command Center. What Capital City? My bad. Green. All right, green is what we're playing. Let's just go with the cards we know we're going to be playing for sure. 2 Strike Trues for that removal so we can be aggressive. A Vanquish to take out a non-leader, like, large unit. We can definitely take Overwhelming Barrage. I want to skip these search cards right now to just kind of see where we're at with our other ones. Resupply is a maybe because we do have a lot of super laser technicians, and it's kind of nicer to have put a unit in play that becomes a resource later than it is to, if I had to pick, I'd rather have a body on the board than just ramp 1 card. So all right, so we're going to play all 3 super laser technicians. A good play set there. We're going to play Steadfast Battalion with that overwhelming ability. Rook for sure. Reinforcement Walker, yes. Blizzard AT, yes. Colonel Yularen for the healing. Royal Guard, yep. Homestead Militia for Sentinel, yep. Academy Defense Walker for Sentinel and to give experience tokens to damage units, yes. So we just hit our halfway point. Everything's looking good. I think we're going to have enough space. Really, all the cards we draft we could play, but we're going to come back here. So Upgrades, we know we're playing Traitorous. Again, great card. I think we're going to see this one a lot. Is Traitorous legendary? No, it's a rare slot. So yeah, this is still a good card. It's good that it does have that limit of 3 or less. I think, but again, I think that's really cool when we don't have a lot of Sentinel units. We could maybe grab one in the nick of time. Yeah, we paid 5 for it, but it could buy us some time of killing their unit and giving us a blocker. So, all right, space units. We know we need the V-Wing. We know we want the Patrol Craft. So Sentinel and draw. Same reason, Gladiator Star Destroyer gives something Sentinel for a turn, including itself. This puts us at 20 cards. We have 8 slots left. I'm going to go ahead and take both of these space units. They're good. They're low cost. They'll give us a little bit of variety. So we have 6 space units. We can just fill the rest with ground. 3 spots remaining. We can go back to the events and look, there you go. Now, this kind of stuff can happen if you don't commit to a color early, which again, it can sometimes be difficult to do that first pack. So you may be playing all the cards that fit in your colors, which we did. So let's save and close. Let's get to it. Shuffle it up. Who are we playing? Boba Fett. If you're unfamiliar with Boba, when he is a lead unit, just a leader on the field, when an enemy unit leaves play, you can exhaust Boba, and if you do, ready a resource. He comes out after turn 5, and he's a 4/7. So in other words, Boba's going to be able to play a couple extra cards a turn using this ability. And when he's a unit and he ends play after he completes an attack, as long as a unit left play, he's going to untap 2 resources. So again, the Boba decks, they want to be able to play a couple extra cards a turn, but it requires a little bit more synergy. So cards like Waylay that are going to bounce your card back to your hand, Cantina Bouncer, removal events, things like that. Okay, and we're playing Krennic, so we want our units damaged, so we want to make sure they have some health. He comes out at turn 5 as well, has a good amount of health himself, and he can heal our base for 2 when he attacks. No mulligan for us. I just want to try to get better as a player, so I like to just not mulligan and use what we got. We got Emperor's Royal Guard and Surgical Droid. So Surgical Droid is going to be a good turn 1 drop. We have the Skiff and we have Mercenary Company. This is a little tough. What I don't want to drop is this Vanquish. So it's our only removal unit or removal card that's like it. We want to save this for something that's just getting in our way. So we're going to go with Mercenary Company. It's going to take us a while to get there. And I think... I'm going to drop the Skiff. Skiff and Mercenary Company. So our 6-drop and our 4-drop. So turn 1, we're going to play a 1-drop. So Surgical Droid can hit the board, heal himself. Opponent plays the V-Wing. That's perfectly fine. They'll draw a card and we'll take the initiative. So we both went 2 different directions. I think we'll be okay. Now we got to drop another card here. Frontline Shuttle is going to stay there a little bit longer, be able to take care of the V-Wing, and so will the Star Viper. Both are good. We have limited space units. Again, I want to be a little bit aggressive here. We'll drop the Frontline Shuttle. Let's go ahead and attack with the Surgical Droid before anything bad happens to it. Just get that 1 piece of damage in. All right, TIE Fighter hits play. Love to see it. Let's put a Super Laser Technician in play now. Here comes an ISB agent. When played, they may reveal an event, which he did not. Okay, so no event in Boba Fett's hand. We'll take the initiative. Boba's going to play a Mining Guild TIE Fighter, and we'll get hit for 1 by this V-Wing. A lot of space here. I'm hoping I see that Patrol Craft with Sentinel here real quick. We don't see it, but we do have our own Viper, our own V-Wing. These are all good cards. We could go for the ramp or take this now. Wish we could play 2 cards a turn, but we may. All right, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna drop the Technician. And then we're going to use our own Super Laser Technician and swing into the ISB Agent. This is going to put us at 5 resources, so we'll be a little bit ramped. And we'll be able to play the Star Viper this turn, as well as the V-Wing. Give us a little bit more of that good space presence. Let's draw a card first to see if anything changes our mind. Ooh, Strike True. Strike True changes my mind a little bit, but not a whole lot. What I really need is Overwhelming Barrage. Once we get that, look how many things we could kill. So let's go ahead and put out... Yeah, we'll put out the Star Viper. Actually, let's swing. Let's swing with the Surgical Droid into the ISB Agent. Let's just remove him now. ISB Agent only deals 1 damage. We got nothing to heal, so we're going to pass. Okay, Patrol V-Wing's going to swing on us, hit us for 1, and we'll put out the Star Viper. And then we'll take the initiative, which means we'll be able to heal next turn unless they really take the time to kill our Star Viper. Actually, we can activate Krennic. I almost forgot. A nice part about ramping, we're 1 turn ahead, so... Alright, Boba's going to give himself 1 more resource. I'm not sure why... Let's take out Greedo here. Heal our base 2. Krennic takes 3, which is good. Makes him a little bit stronger. AI takes the initiative, so we're not going to get that healing ability. But we did get 2 Strike Trues. Get rid of Prepare for Takeoff. We're 1 resource ahead. They're going to put Boba Fett out this turn. Okay. That TIE Fighter just got a little bit stronger. It now hits for 4. What is my plan? I know Boba Fett's coming out, so I may want to Strike True on him. I think we're going to go ahead and take... This is tough. Star Viper will die, but they're going to have to invest more time into taking the Star Viper out. So I'm going to take out the Mining Guild TIE Fighter. And I have 2 Strike Trues, so that's actually going to work out. So let's heal with Krennic. We'll swing for 3 on this base. He gets 3 because he's a damaged unit. Oh, there goes our Star Viper, removing the shield, but that's okay. It saves us from some time ourselves. We'll swing with the Surgical Droid, heal Krennic 2, so he still gets his damage and he's a little bit healthier. And out comes Mr. Fett. We're going to Strike True. Deal damage equal to its power, which is just 3. Let's take out something. We can hit Boba, but I also just want to take out this TIE Fighter that hits for 4. Let Boba hit us for 4, and we'll take the initiative. Well, yeah, we'll take the initiative. Let's see if Boba has a card he can play for 4. Hopefully not. All right. So we're good. We're still a little bit faster than them. We just got a Gladiator Star Destroyer. That's great. So we can get Sentinel, not have to deal with a lot of these space units. Or we can go the Mercenary Company with that ambush and immediately swing into Boba Fett. Some good options. Some good options. I should put something down, though. I think we're going to go ahead and take Gladiator Star Destroyer and play that this turn. So I'm going to drop... I do want this. Man. I'll drop the Mercenary Company. I know it's one of those extra bombs, but the AI went pretty heavy into space, and we have an answer for it. So let's just go ahead and do that. Give the Star Destroyer Sentinel. Out comes Fett's Fire Spray, so we know what we're going to vanquish next turn, if it's still around. So. We'll swing into Boba Fett with Krennic. Just going to do some damage there. We're going to be able to heal Krennic next turn. AI decides not to swing into Krennic, which works to our favor. And the Fett's Fire Spray doesn't swing into the Gladiator Star Destroyer first, which it should have, honestly. Let's heal Krennic and hit this base. TIE Advance is going to take out the Star Destroyer now. That's fine. Gave us a couple of answers there. Let's take the initiative and see what Boba does. We have a Vanquish, a Strike True, and a Royal Guard in our hand. Really want to see that Overwhelming Barrage, but didn't come out. So So we just had to manually be aggressive here, take out these cards one by one. That's okay. It's a 13 to 22. And look, there's some great units here that are going to keep us healed. We are at 7. We can go to 8. Sorry, Royal Guard. You're out. You're out. Okay, we got to get rid of it. We got to get rid of it. If that's Fire Spray, you are out of here. Out comes Boss with the ambush ability, taking out Krennic. It's a smart move. Good move. That's what you should do for sure. All right, this makes it going to be a little bit harder for us. That's okay. Let's take out Bosk, I guess. Hit him with that Strike True with the Surgical Droid. We'll take 2 damage from the patrolling V-Wing, and we'll just go ahead and swing with Surgical Droid into the base. Heal 2 damage from nothing. So we have Yularen, we have the Defense Walker. We'll be able to slow down Boba Fett next turn. And we're at 8, so we can play down a lot of our big cards, which here they come. 97th Legion, Reinforcement Walker. We're just going to say done. We're not going to put a resource down. Let's set ourselves up for some success here. Defense Walker first. Gives the experience token to the Surgical Droid because he's damaged. And then we'll play Yularen, who's going to heal our base. Boba has to swing into the Defense Walker, which he cannot kill. So Boba's out of play. We'll swing with our Surgical Droid and heal our Defense Walker. And we'll take 2 damage and take the initiative. Seems good to me. We're at 6, they're at 17. We can heal every time we play a green unit. So maybe we'll get like a couple low-cost ones. All right. And we have Traitorous. I'm a fan. We're not going to play a card. I like being at 8 here. Let's go ahead and play a Traitorous now. Take control of a unit that costs 3 or less. The V-Wing. That is ours. Boss comes in. Has a ambush, so he is swinging on that Defense Walker. But they'll trade. We'll be okay. Let's play a Homestead Militia, heal our base, and we'll get hit by this TIE Fighter. That's okay. I know I could have killed the TIE Fighter, but I just didn't. I know I should have, but I just got a little happy there to put out the Homestead Militia. That's all right. So, trade both units. Traitorous is gone, but we have cleared the board. We have a good presence. Let's put some damage there. We have nothing but bombs in our hand that are going to heal our base. And there's nothing that's going to surprise us. Boba Fett has 1 card left in their hand. So really, if they throw something out with Ambush and Overwhelm, that's probably where it's going to get scary. So, hey, look, Ambush, but no Overwhelmed. They do get to get an event back into their hand. I'm curious what they're going to grab. And I don't think they grabbed anything because they don't have one. That works out. Okay. There goes our Sentinel unit. Let's go ahead and do something cool. We'll play 2 more units for some stability here, just to heal our base with Yularen. There we go. We got up to 7. This is going to be a really slow match, but that's okay. We're getting there. Drop them to 10. Drop them to 8. There we go. It was like 17 to 4 earlier. So we definitely stabilized. The AI is running out of cards to really play. I'm curious what they're holding on to. We're going to get rid of... We don't have to get rid of Recruit. But we do have this Patrol Craft and a couple other big cards here. All right. They played a Steadfast Battalion as well. No big deal. I'm going to go ahead and swing with ours. It's nice because it has that Overwhelm. So we'll take care of the Bounty Hunter. Deal at least a couple points of damage to the base, and that's going to be game pretty much. We only have to play our other stuff. All right, we're going to do one more match with this deck, and then we're going to go back to another draft. So I just want to see how it does. This one was a little bit slow. Yeah, but I think we got there. It was scary, but we got there. Let's just hop right back in it. And this matchup's probably going to be a little bit different. Sabine Wren in a limited format. Not to mention, because we're playing on Force Table, they do up the difficulty by raising the health. So we're dealing with a 34 command center rather than 30. So Anyway, if you're unfamiliar with Sabine Wren, when she's out in play, she will deal 1 damage to an enemy base when she attacks, and she comes out at turn 3. And when she's not in play, you can exhaust her, deal 1 damage to each base. So, you know, her being ahead in the health pool is into her advantage. Makes it really difficult. No mulligan for us. Let's just deal with the consequences of what we have in our hand. We have a Sentinel card. We have a Vanquish. We have a Rook. We have a card we can play turn 1. And we have Prepare for Takeoff, which can get us 2 vehicles. I think in this case, with Prepare for Takeoff, I am going to take the Gladiator Star Destroyer and put that down, and I'll put down the Skiff. So second time I got rid of the Skiff. I guess we're not going to see that this turn. I'm interested to see what Sabine's going to play, but I'm going to just kind of go slow. I'm going to play Prepare for Takeoff and grab some vehicles. Looks like there's 2. Take them both. So we looked at the top 6 cards of our deck, or sorry, 8 cards of our 30 card deck, which is great. So we pulled out 2 more vehicles, giving us more in our hand. We'll take the initiative. Unfortunately, the AI did drop 2 units, which are going to be difficult, especially if they can play a red unit here soon. But we'll be all right. We'll be all right. Okay, hard part. We'll get rid of our bomb here, the Reinforcement Walker. That is okay, and we can play the V-Wing and a Surgical Droid this turn. V-Wing should go first because we want to see if it changes up our next card. It's not a 1-drop, so we're okay there. AI plays Precision Fire, giving the unit Saboteur for this attack and +2 if it's a Trooper, which it was. So it's a 26 to 33 game. Here comes a Surgical Droid. AI plays Prepare for Takeoff as well. Fills up their hand with 2 X-Wings, one of them Wing Leader, which gives Rebel units experience tokens, which means I need to kill a Rebel unit. Let's take the initiative. Can I kill a Rebel unit is the question, and no, I cannot. Unfortunately, well, maybe now I can. Thanks 2 tubes who decided to swing into the Surgical Droid. We'll take it. All right, I think I'm going to drop another ramp card. Let's another card we would ramp to, which is 97th Legion. We're not going to see that anytime soon. We're now at turn 4. We'll swing into 2 tubes right now because he is a Rebel unit. I don't need the Wing Leader to make him stronger. We can't heal anything, so we're just going to lose the Surgical Droid. But we don't have to worry about a 2 tubes who's going to make units stronger like Sabine, giving them +2. But now we have to deal with the fact that Sabine's in play, and she's probably going to get those experience tokens. Nothing else we can do here. Let's put out the Super Laser Technician. Maybe the AI swings into it. It did. Perfect. It's tempting. I get it. I think anyone here would be tempted to, right? It's like, ooh, I can just kill that, give him a ramp, but my Sabine's going to get much stronger and, you know, deal so much damage now. So, all right, let's see. Wing Leader. Yep. Okay, it's a 5/8, and when it swings, it deals 1 damage, so it's going to be 6. We can put Krennic in play now, but I'm kind of intimidated to do so. Pass. I just feel like if we put Krennic out, he was going to take all 6 of that damage and die real quick. Let's put Krennic out now. The AI is probably going to take the initiative, which they do. We'll just swing on the base here. No reason to hit that Sabine. And we'll play Emperor's Royal Guard next turn. Chances are the AI is not going to swing with Sabine Wren first, so we can use this to our advantage. Throw the Recruit down. We're now at 6 resources. We could also play Mercenary Company. So, all right. I think we'll play Emperor's Royal Guard. Here comes Sabine Wren. She does not have Saboteur, so she's going to have to hit that guard, which is good. Puts 3 damage on it. It's back at 5. We can handle 5. Swing with the Patrol V-Wing into the Wing Leader. AI is going to run out of stuff to do. That's fine. We'll put out our Star Viper. Oh, the Wing Leader's alive because of Wedge Antilles. I'm like, what? What's happening here? Dumb. Wing Leader's good. I do like Wing Leader a lot. So 2-1, and Wedge is obviously great. So Star of Rebellion, solid card, solid art. So Art's hit or miss sometimes on some of these cards for me, but Wedge really captures that, you know, who he is. I love this angle in the cockpit. Yeah, glad to see him get some love here. He was probably the one card I was like or character I was disappointed not seeing in the newer series. So big fan of Wedge. Loved him in the canon as they went on and who he was and what he stood for. If you read like a lot of the Rogue Squadron books or anything past that. So good stuff. All right, we have a traitoress, we have a mercenary company, Academy Defense Walker, some good stuff here. A traitoress does not have a target this turn, and we're getting real close to playing these bombs, so I'm going to drop traitoress. We don't really need the wing leader because it will just die as soon as we take it. Just no reason to keep it. So because Wedge is in play, the Alliance X-Wing has ambush and +1/+1. So that's all right. We can both play that game a little bit. We can either vanquish Wedge or we can just swing with him as a 5/5, or we can take out Sabine. I think we're going to take out Sabine. Let's just go ahead and do it. Trigger the ambush ability, get Sabine out of play. Wedge is going to make that wing leader a little bit tougher, but that's all right. We have an answer for Wedge with the vanquish. We're going to have to deal with his Wampa. I don't know what Krennic does when he sees a Wampa, but we'll find out when we get there. All right, we'll heal our base. It's 21-25. Now it's 18-25 in their favor. We'll take the initiative, take another 5 damage, and we'll recover. I think we'll be fine. Ooh, double patrol craft and a system, Gladiator system, Star Destroyer. This is all good stuff. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Something's got to go. Something's got to go. I wish we had Admiral Piet. If we had Admiral Piet, at least when I play that Walker, we could immediately attack with that ambush. But we don't. And sometimes you got to play for the turn rather than like the next turn. So let's play for the turn by vanquishing Wedge Antilles. He's going to kill both of these units. There we go. Oh my God. What is that? Who has 2 Wedge Antilles in their deck? To be fair, I guess I saw that in the sealed pool, but in the draft pool, but come on. Come on. All right, there's no more units, space units in play, so whatever. Wedge is dead. We took out 3 units with one kill event, so that's the best we can hope for. That's a good, solid choice. Let's swing into the base, heal ours by 2. Sabine's going to hit us for 1. It's a 14-23 match, 22 match. Wampa's, we'll see whatever the Wampa does. Take the initiative. All right, we got Wampa in our command center. Right there on the Death Star. Surprising. Hey, look, an overwhelming barrage. Love to see it. All right, we'll drop the technician. We're at 9. So we have a couple of Sentinel abilities here we can take. Krennic cannot kill the Wampa and Wedge Antilles. So I think what we're probably going to do here is... Wow, you know the problem, I think, is the Patrol Craft is going to be coming out, and Wedge can play any vehicles that are going to have ambush. But ambush means they have to attack a unit. So if we don't put out the Gladiator Star Destroyer or the Patrol Craft, the units are just going to sit there and do nothing. We don't have 10, so let's just play the Academy Defense Walker, get that Sentinel ability. Wow, Wedge is going to draw 2 cards. He's definitely going to pull some fun stuff there. Let's go ahead and heal our base by 2 and deal 2 damage to the opponent. All right, Spec Force Soldier. If you're familiar with Spec Force Soldier, this card's wrecking me right now. Comes into play, choose a unit, it loses Sentinel for the phase. Well, I only have 1 unit with Sentinel, and that was the Defense Walker. So we're about to get hit with a Wampa and a Wedge Antilles. What a combo. In my mind, I like to picture Wedge just riding the Wampa, piloting him. Oh, a Fleet Lieutenant? Why not? Let's hit me for 8. Cool, 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 cool. There you go. That wrecked me, so... 30 damage just done to me. I did a total of, I don't know, probably 15. No, probably 12 because Sabine hurts herself. Wow, that was interesting. So great pulls there for the AI. So double wedge Antilles, getting those space units in early. You know, hitting us hard with the Vanguard infantry, the precision fire. That was like 5 damage right there. Making Sabine a unit that did 7. You know, good stuff. So let's just go and draft again. Let's get out of here. I tire of this. We'll forfeit here. We did 2 matches. I'm always fine with just doing 2, and we're going to start over. Let's see what we get. First 3 cards. Leia Organa, green, white. Chewbacca, blue, white. And IG-88, red, black. Again, IG-88 is killable with that 4 health very easily. Can die to a takedown, well, technically could die from an overwhelming firepower, maximum firepower, overwhelming barrage. For some reason, my mind is blanking on the red card that deals 4 damage. But yeah, so all that to say, IG-88 should not be your first pick. We'll probably go Leia. She's a little bit of a better option. Chewie's nice, but it's a commitment. Let's just go with Leia just because she's a little bit better of a leader to get out early. And out of this pack, we have yellow, white, and red, white. I did like Sabine. Either way, we're going heroes. Let's go red because red's going to give us a little bit more removal. And Cassian Andor. So we've drafted 3 hero cards. This means we want to really focus on those hero elements pack 1, especially if they're single aspect hero elements. So Sabine is aggressive, Leia's aggressive, but you want to play rebel units. And Cassian is decent, comes out at turn 5, and when you deal damage to an enemy base, you draw a card. When he's not a leader unit on the field, you have to do 3 damage to draw a card. So it could be good. We don't have to really make a decision now. So there goes Rook. We're not playing him. Here it is, Open Fire. Open Fire is a great removal card. Again, 4 damage, takes out like an IG-88. So we're just going to grab that. That's the best card, honestly. I don't even need to look at everything. That card's going to do the damage we want. Now, the card I still want is this one. Can't play it. I'm not going to pay 7 for that. We got to stick with hero cards. Let's go with the Snowspeeder. It has Ambush. Can't go wrong with that. It's a 3/6, so it will survive. And it can exhaust the enemy ground unit. So some possibilities there. You can see now we got our 1 single aspect hero card. Those are going to kind of be our priority, I would say, to look at first. Zeb Aurelios, Green Squadron A-Wing. Go with this Green Squadron. I'm a big fan of this card. 2-drop, it hits for 3 when it attacks. Love it. I'm also a big fan of A-Wings. One of my favorite cards. I don't know. I'm curious what everyone else's favorite fighter in Star Wars is, but A-Wing has always been mine. I love it. Love that it's in the first set. Yeah, just look at it. It's great. It's great. Okay, pick 4. Again, I think we're going to take the 1 hero unit here. Because we know we haven't committed solely to a color yet, so this is going to fit. And it's solid. It's a Saboteur 2/3 on 2, so we can play it on the first turn. I see a second Open Fire. I'm going to take it. What we're giving up here is probably a Partisan Insurgent, a Liberator Gunship, Azatuk. I'm going to have to look that up and learn that correct pronunciation. And Jabba the Hutt. Can't play him, but I'm a fan. Nice, Kelston. You love the B-Wings. They do look unique. Yeah, I'm with you. You know, I appreciate the B-Wings more. I always thought they were cool in Return of the Jedi. I loved the special edition when they brought in a couple of extra ones and we got to see them on the screen. And then I really loved the Rebel series where they gave us more of a valid explanation of why the Rebellion needed these B-Wings and what they could do. I was really unfamiliar with them growing up and looking at them thinking they were cool but not understanding their purpose. And now that I know they're just like these, the way they can just pinpoint their weapons and really focus on these things, they call them what are they called? Like blockade. They're almost really good at just destroying, like getting them through blockades. Honestly, they're not as good as like a Tantive, like a Corellian Corvette, but they're just solid at busting through stuff with the amount of firepower they have. So big fan. Here we have a white unit, but I am a fan of Yularen. Here we have V-Wing and regional sympathizers. Even though Yularen is an ISB Imperial agent, he was a strong commander in the Clone Wars, so I like that he's mono green here. I'm going to take regional sympathizers. I love this card. Restores 2. I think that's really good on a heroic unit. I like the art. I don't know why. It reminds me of an old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s, where these teenagers essentially came out of the same universe that Kang is from, or Krang? Krang. Whoever the brain guy is. I think it's Krang. And yeah, this just reminds me of that. Just looks really similar. So yeah, X-Wing miniatures, Kelston. That's a lot of people played that, and the B-Wing was really solid there. I was a fan. And same thing, I was grabbing all the A-Wings to run in that. Okay, we get a lot of yellow cards here, and one Vanguard Ace. Even though it's heroic, I just don't know how I feel about it in Limited. So when you play this card, for each other card you played this phase, give an experience token to this unit. So you're going to want to play a couple of cards. You'll end up holding on to this, right? I think it's great that it's a New Republic card, one of the few ones we're seeing, and but I just don't want to commit to something like that in this format. So let's take the V-Wing. Let's get some draw in case we go green. All right, Outer Rim Headhunter and Aggression. I'm a big Aggression fan. Big fan. Choose 2 in any order. Draw a card, defeat up to 2 upgrades, ready a unit with 3 or less power, or deal 4 damage to a unit. So this does mean committing completely to red, which, so far, that's not a bad idea. Everything else here is green and a yellow-white. I'm going to take the Aggression. Not sure if we're going to be able to do double red. And definitely I don't think I'd pay 6 for it, but maybe. All right, Admiral Ozzel, Mission Briefing, Academy Training. I think we're going to take Mission Briefing because it's red. Nothing else looks that solid. Coming back to a couple of cards here that we passed. Mission Briefing, Keep Fighting, and Power Failure. Power Failure is going to be that card you're going to want to get rid of, but I'm going to take it. Like, it's going to be one I want to play as a resource, but you never know. You never know. All right, nothing here. Let's just take the Traitorous because we can. Jedha Agitator, yes. So this card's great. Saboteur, and as long as your leader unit's in play, you can deal 2 damage to a ground unit or base. Love this card. Give it to me in Constructed. Let me play some 7th Sister, and I'll be having a lot of fun getting past some Sentinel units. Protector or Headhunter, we're not really going in those colors, but we'll take them, and we're past an attack pattern Delta. I'm so excited to play limited format just to grow my collection. You know, looking at cards or looking at stuff in the Portland area, sorry, for events. We already have like one store in South Portland that's talking about, you know, limited once a month and constructed once a week. So excited for that. Excited for that. I think that's a good way of playing a game. If you don't want to invest in like a box, look for those limited events, grow your collection, and you'll be surprised how much more you grow as a player playing those kind of scenarios, right? You're going to find a lot of synergies. You're going to figure out what stuff works. You'll probably be playing more cards than constructed players do. So why not? All right, take a look at our pools here. We got 4 ground units that are all playable if we go red, 1 space unit that's playable if we go red, and a lot of events. So clearly we're playing red. So let's stick with some red and white, and maybe we'll go double red here. Look at this. Sabine Wren. Spec Force Soldier. Yep, we're going to go Sabine. Let's pick her. Spec Force Soldier is good, so I think that's going to be fun. Right, Emperor Palpatine, how I miss you. I'm a big fan of Mr. Palpatine in every game. Fun fact, I really was dedicated to Emperor Palpatine in StarWarsDestiny. I was one of probably the few players getting a lot of attention who just would not stop running him at big events, whether there was the Covenant Masters series hosted by Team Covenant or it was regionals and store championships. I was the guy showing up with one single unit to play, and he was Emperor Palpatine. And man, there were just some games, unfortunately, that I just couldn't get over the line. So there's a lot of time sitting there in Dallas or Tulsa going up against some really great players from Star Wars Destiny and Star Wars LCG. And it all comes down to what you draw, right? But ooh, I have some fun, and I have a couple of great Emperor Palpatine promos sitting in my collection. So fun stuff. I remember when I played Jeremy Zwern, one of the lead designers of Star Wars games, with my Palpatine deck, and he was like, "So you just run villain?" I'm like, "I only run villain." And that was when the next Palpatine was coming out, and he was showing it off, and I had a good time. Just Palpatine versus Palpatine. Good stuff. Well, enough reminiscing about fun things. Let's pick Zeb Aurelius because I just think he's cool. You know, he's a great card. Yes, he works with what we're doing. He's a Spectre unit, which I like, and he can deal some more damage to a ground unit. So when he completes an attack, let's pick him. All right, Fighters for Freedom, Infiltrator's Skill. This pack is not going to be fun when it comes back around for us. Let's take the Fighters for Freedom. Saboteur 3/4, and when you play another red card, deal damage to a base. Seems good. Ding, ding, ding. Another Sabine Wren, or the Occupier's Siege Tank for 5. Grit, meaning you could probably do 9 damage with this unit. Let's take the Sabine because she's low cost. I think that's going to come in handy. And another pack that doesn't really work to our favor, so we'll just take the Mission Briefing. Oh, Carabast, man, this is theme right here. Friendly unit deals damage to an enemy unit equal to the amount of damage on the friendly unit +1. Here's a Fighters for Freedom, a Jedi Agitator. All fun, all fun. We're going to have a lot of low-cost units, which is good. So we're going to be able to just stop putting down resources pretty early. Let's take Carabast. I just want to play it. Playing a lot of Spectre stuff. All right, nothing fun here for us to take, so let's just hate draft, I guess. I'll take this Homestead Militia. All right, pick 8. Pick 8 of Pack 2. Partisan Insurgent, always good. Jedi Agitator, though, I think we're going to take again because, you know, it has Saboteur. It only has 1 health, but that's okay. I'd rather just have our opponent swing into it, or we're just going to get by a lot of stuff. All right, another thing here. Let's take over the Gladiator Star Destroyer. Hate draft that. Take another Jedi Agitator. And, I don't know why Fett's Fire Spray is still sitting here. I guess no one's playing Boba Fett. That's what would be interesting, right? If you actually get past a Boba Fett at pick 11. Not Boba Fett, sorry. Fett's Fire Spray because no one has a Boba. Like, that'd be weird. But again, we won't know till like we're sitting there, right? You can draft. You can do some mock drafts like proxies. You could go to like TTS, Tabletop Simulator, but you know, until you're in person, you don't really know the scenario, because when you're in person and drafting, sometimes it's that hard decision, right? Like someone passes you a foil that you've been really wanting. You're like, wow, foil Boba Fett leader. Like, I'm not even playing that color, right? Or foil Boba Fett unit. Like, I'm not even playing the color, but I want that for my collection. It puts a lot of different aspects into the game. But you know, it depends on how good and confident you think you are. So if you feel like you're just going to get more packs, pass up the foils. If you're playing for fun, grow your collection, have fun, get what you need. So our ground units are looking pretty good. 2 Sabines, couple Jedi Agitators, pretty solid here. Space could be better. We don't have a strong space presence, so we really want to spend this last pack focusing on space. Events, pretty good too. So again, we're not really making a good point to take this aggression. I'm just a fan. So if we don't see anything else solid, we'll probably be splashing in some green. Still haven't decided on a leader. That has not been decided yet. Hey, a 3rd open fire. I'm taking it. I'm taking it. 3 costs, kill mostly everything. Yep. All right, so there's more open fires and another Carabast. I think that's great, honestly. If I knew I was going to get another open fire this pack, I probably would have passed on the last one and taken a unit, but I didn't. So I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take the control. Why not? We got to put some units in play. We probably aren't going double red now. We need space units, so we'll take that Star Wing Scout. right, what is here? We got a Dodonna. Yes, Dodonna's good. Give +1/+1 to all rebel units. Solid. Now we have Commander Wolf, and we have this Occupier Siege Tank. So Siege Tank did not come back around last turn. This is pick 6, so it's possible that this one will, where maybe Wolf doesn't. I'm going to take Wolf. We're playing pretty aggro, so I don't have a problem grabbing that Wolf. I'll take the Metal Ceremony. It was Metal Ceremony or Wampa, and Metal Ceremony seemed like it may benefit us with how many units we're playing. I'm also going to take Confiscate as a way to get rid of the upgrades we're struggling with. Take the Rogue Operative. I think it's going to be rough. Take the Wampa. Keep Fighting or Precision Fire. Get +2 in Saboteur, or we can... Yeah, we'll take the Keep Fighting. It's going to be pretty event heavy. Very aggressive. We'll take the Mercenary Company, get that out of there. Take the Agent, get that out of there. And the Shore Trooper. All right. Whatever, let's have fun. Well, that's why we're here. And if this doesn't work against an AI, then it's clear this was not a good strategy, but why not? So we have Sabine Wren, deal 1 damage to each enemy base, and we have Cassian Andor with Saboteur. When this unit attacks, ignore Sentinel and defeat the defender's shield. You may draw a card using this ability once each round. So, really aggro, which we're probably going to end up going, but card advantage. So both rebels. But Sabine's probably going to be where we dive. We have some agitators. We have more Sabines. We have snow speeders. A couple unique units. Good amount of ground units, honestly. For space, that's where we stumble. Two red units. Even if we splash green or yellow, that's not going to amp it up. So we're going to have to put pressure. More importantly, it's why we have 5 open fires and an aggression. So using aggression is going to be good to untap one of our units. It's similar to Keep Fighting, and it's going to or draw us a card. So I think we're just going to try this, right? Red, white. Build the deck. Wants us to go red, yellow, white. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's go Kestro City because I think it looks cool, and I'm a big fan of Star Wars Battlefront. So pretty sure it's from Star Wars Battlefront 2. I need to look it up. Okay, well, we have a lot of units here that we probably want to play. Fighters for Freedom with that Saboteur, because we need to get past what's going to hurt the rush advantage is Sentinel. So let's put all of our Saboteurs in play. I wish Sabine had Saboteur, but she does not. Wolf. All right, let's fill in the rest of the units. Dodonna is going to give them all +1/+1. That's going to matter. Dodonna is also going to be a nice target for the opponent to kind of take out. So yeah, I don't mind that. Just, be a magnet for kill events. Take the Sympathizers because I'm a fan, and they have Restore 2. Snow Speeder for that ambush. I guess we'll throw in the Wampa. That's everything. So that's 13 ground units. That's almost half our deck. Once we add the other 2 units, we have a 15-unit deck. That's not great, but we have a lot of low-cost removal, so let's see what happens if we can play a weird aggro mid-range deck in Limited. We'll take the Open Fires. We'll take the Carabast. We'll take the Aggression. Okay, so that's already 6 cards that deal damage to a unit. Confiscate's going to get rid of those upgrades. Keep Fighting is either going to be a nice resource card or get us there. Just put us over the line with another Saboteur. Same with Metal Ceremony. So we're going to take Precision Fire to give any unit Saboteur. 5 cards remaining. I don't think we're going to get there, so we're going to have to splash in another color. Is Mission Briefing worth it, though? I don't know. We got to splash 2 cards. Let's see what we're missing here. We're going to go out of Aspect. See what makes sense. Strike True, we can pay 5 for removal. That's fine, but we probably just need some space units. Let's put the V-Wing in there for that draw. We'd pay 4 for it. That's fine. And do we have any Sentinel units? Homestead Militia we could pay 4-4 or 5-4. 5-4 is a little bit too much, I think. We'll take the Headhunter. So 2 low-cost units that are going to cost 4 apiece. We make that work. Let's play. Let's do it. Let's get in there. Let's see what happens. We're playing Boba Fett. Boba Fett. When enemy unit leaves play, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, ready a resource. Okay, well, I'm killing your units. How about I get resources, Boba? And then when this unit completes an attack, if the enemy unit left play this phase, ready up to 2 resources. So again, Boba's going to want to try to play more cards in a turn using this type of advantage. But the trick is he has to take out our units in some form. Reminder, leaders do not leave play. So if he takes out Sabine Wren, leaders, it will not count. So Sabine just changes where she is in play. She doesn't leave the board. She just leaves the arena. Also, Boba Fett has to survive the attack. So when he completes an attack, you can do this. So make sure he's surviving. No mulligan for us. Let's see what we're doing here. We have a Keep Fighting, we have a Sabine, a Carabast, and a General Dodonna, and a Wolf. We're going to drop Dodonna as that resource, and 1 damage to a base. Bases can't be healed. And I'll get rid of Carabast. So I'd rather get rid of Carabast than Keep Fighting, because we can use Keep Fighting early on to kind of get us in a good spot. So I think that'd be cool. So let's first use Sabine's ability, deal 1 damage to each base. Let's see what the AI does. They play an ISB agent, which is great. They have no unit for them to target. Sounds good to me. We're going to go ahead and play Sabine Wren. AI takes the initiative. We'll pass. It's a 29-29 match. All right, we're given the Headhunter and a Starwing Scout. I'll get rid of the Headhunter. So it's going to cost us 4 anyway. I'm not playing it this turn. Out comes a 7th Fleet Defender with shield. Little annoying. That's all right. Let's swing with Sabine right now. Defender for the base. We'll swing into ISB Agent. We'll just get this off the field. He doesn't hit too hard. And then we don't have to worry about Boba doing any weird tricks this turn. Also, we're going to do a weird trick, and do we keep fighting? Now, let's get some board presence. We'll go with Fighters for Freedom. So, action ability, deal the damage to that base. It's a 28-28 game. I'll take it. All right, we have better board presence. Boba has better hand. Let's see here. We have Regional Sympathizers, Rebel Pathfinder, and this Starwing Scout. A Starwing Scout is not going to take out the 7th Fleet Defender with that shield, though. So, let's start racing. Let's go for the ground arena. Opponent plays regional, No Good to Me Dead. Going to exhaust a unit. Can't ready this round, so Fighters for Freedom is going to lose 2 turns. Or we just play Keep Fighting. Let's play a Wolf, I guess. Because I am going to untap that Fighter for Freedom. First thing we're going to do is deal 1 damage to a base. And Wolf says bases can't be healed this phase. So, works out. Swing with Sabine for 3 damage. And we could untap it, but it's not going to tap again. It'll be out next turn. Let's play the Rebel Pathfinder instead. Again, getting a little bit more of a board presence. Deal 1 damage to each base. Yep, 24 to 24. Activate Sabine Wren. All right, Boba's hurting now. Boom, we'll hit it for 3 more. It is a 20-24 match, our favor. I'm a fan. I'm liking where this is going. We'll drop the V-Wing. We'll probably stay around here. Well, you can go to 5, but I'm okay going to like going to 6, but we could stay at 5. Smart move. Takes out the Fighter for Freedom with the ambush ability of the Sympathizers. Sorry, Syndicate Lackeys. So good move there. Let's see. Still funny though, because that Fighter for Freedom, yeah, was tapped, so it's whatever. I'll swing with our Sabine Wren. Let's deal 3 damage there. So this turn, Boba Fett does come out, which there he is. We see him. He's looking great. Let's get some damage in there. Swing with Sabine. We're just going to ignore Boba's units here, hoping to get some more kill events here soon. Boba hits us for 4, untaps a resource, 2 resources, because he did remove a unit this turn. No problem. We're just going to keep swinging. We're going to drop them below 10 this turn. Hey, Boba's just playing catch up. There's no way he's going to get there, honestly. So it's too far. It's too far. We can still put out 2 units, or 1 unit this turn, and attack with another one. So let's put out our Jedha Agitator, and we're going to use Keep Fighting, and we'll ready. I guess we'll ready Sabine. Swing again for 3. That's at 6. This is game. We're going to have to go to game 2. Pass. There it is. Double open fire. I'll drop the sympathizer just so I can double open fire. What am I going to kill? I don't know yet, but I'm going to have fun. Bounty Hunter crew comes into play with ambush, removing our rebel pathfinders. How dare they? Let's just swing. I guess I'll just swing, because if not, I will probably die. So we'll swing with the Jedha Agitator. Has ambush, deal 2 damage to a ground unit or a base. I'd rather just at least kill something. So we'll kill this Syndicate lackeys. Hit that base for 2. Boba's probably going to kill a unit. Nah. AI made the wrong decision there. Not that it mattered. Let's finish it up with double Sabine. You know, one Sabine has a helmet and the other one doesn't, so we can just say they're Mandalorians. Yeah, it's just another Mandalorian. Sabine gets no good to me dead, but it doesn't matter. Clone Wolf will go ahead and take care of it. Was Wolf... I can't remember Wolf's title. I can't remember if he was a captain. I have to go back. They only show Wolf a few times in the Clone Wars series. I know he's in the last season, which is good. Great armor. And this picture here is from Rebels when they run into Wolf again. So big fan there. All right, let's just do it again real quick. What are we playing? A Leia Organa deck. As a reminder, I like to draft and try to do 2 games. Unfortunately, the second game means that the AI is a little bit harder. So instead of 30 health, as this card reads, they actually have 34. So no mulligan for us. We'll drop the V-Wing and we'll drop the Headhunter. No space units that cost 4, because we're not going to put them out this early anyway. Let's see what the AI does first. We're going to play an action ability. Deal 1 damage to each base. They play a V-Wing. Perfect. Nothing weird there. We'll play Wolf. They'll take the initiative. We'll pass. Now, it may seem weird again, like, why am I doing Sabine Wren if the opponent already has more health than I? It's just more of getting in the habit. So, you know, we're playing aggro. We're playing for fun anyway. But when you're drafting and playing limited and you have Sabine, yeah, you're going to want to do that damage a lot. So, you're taking the risk in playing her. It is because you want to make it work. All right, we have no card to really play this turn. Zeb Aurelius is going to be good. Aggression, obviously. Sympathizers. Snowspeeder with that ambush. But I can play Mission Briefing now. So I think we got to play for the turn. Sorry, Zeb, you're out. At the end of the day, I'll take ambush and exhausting a ground vehicle. All right, here comes a shielded unit, but what do we care when we're playing Saboteur? So let's Mission Briefing. Draw 2 cards. Not choosing my opponent. Tell you that. All right. Wolf's going to swing into this base for 3. Now, the Echo-based Defender is tougher than Wolf, so it is going to be a little bit of a problem. We'll use Sabine's ability, and it is now a 29-27 match, so we're getting a little bit closer there, feeling a little bit more comfortable. And here's that open fire, which is going to be great to take care of this Echo-based Defender. Card to drop. Starwing Scout. A big fan. We also have Aggression here to deal 4 damage to a unit. All right, that's probably it. Let's go Wolf first. We're going to swing into the base for 3. Because if we're lucky and Echo-based Defender doesn't swing into Wolf, we can use the Aggression, which is what we're going to do. So, Aggression here. ready unit and deal 4 damage. We'll ready Wolf, 4 damage on this Sentinel. No problem. 26 to 26. I'm actually going to go ahead and swing into the Dispatcher. We don't really want them to exhaust a unit so they can play something cheaper. It's also a Rebel unit, which Leia needs Rebel units to kind of take advantage of this game. So I don't want to see that happen. Since we are at 4 resources, we can play Sabine, but first, let's go ahead and deal damage to each base. Still even, 25-25. Opponent has taken the initiative, so we can now put Sabine out. And finally, we're going to be ahead of the opponent in health. Actually, I forgot about this dumb thing. We'll pass, and we'll be fine. So we have open fire here to take out that defender, and another open fire, and a snowspeeder. We'll drop. We have so much Saboteur. I'm loving it. So Saboteur, that when it deals damage, as long as we have our leader in play, deals more stuff. So deals more damage. Echo-based defender can be taken out by the open fire. Leia Organa is going to be our real threat here. The AI put a hardpoint heavy blaster on the vehicle, but it doesn't really matter. Yes, it's going to hit us for 3 now, but it doesn't do its other effect. So I'm not intimidated by this at all. Let's swing with Sabine Wren right now. Deal 3 damage to the opponent's base. Here comes Princess Leia, I'm sure. Yep. We'll swing with Wolf, again, putting pressure on the base. Leia can respond to us. We have open fire next turn if she wants to play that game. And we have the snow speeder in case she drops the vehicle, or we can just hit her with this ambush ability. Let's play one more card, Jedha Agitator, and we'll take the initiative. 18 to 19. Let's go here. Opponent's favor. They got nothing left to play, and we have a Dodonna and a power failure. All good cards. I need to drop 1. I should drop 1. I'll drop 1 Agitator. That's fine. We're at 6. I'm going to stay at 6. It's a good feeling. We can put Dodonna out. That's going to make it a little bit harder for Leia to kill one of these units if that's the game she plays, and gives our Saboteurs a little bit more hitting power. All right, let's get that damage in first. First with Wolf, since he's the only one that's damaged. That's 4 right there to the base. Ooh, here comes Academy Training. You know what? We're not going to play that game. Power failure on that V-Wing. Defeat and upgrade. Which one? First, the heavy blaster, I guess. Oh, do another one? Yeah. Love it. All right, now it's just a basic V-Wing, so who cares? V-Wings are interesting. I never got to play them in Star Wars X-Wing, but I did have a lot of V-Wings in Star Wars Miniatures, the space version, created by Wizards of the Coast. If you're unfamiliar with that, that was one of the first miniature games Star Wars really dived into. That was a card and grid-based miniature system. Wizards of the Coast was really invested in trying to build like D&D minis and Star Wars minis. And that's how actually I got really into Star Wars competitive play. Ground unit. Gotta love Saboteur. As long as you have your leader out, it can do more. So we're going to hit a ground unit for 2, and it's going to be Leia Organa. So she's out of the field. Hit that base. We'll take the initiative. I think we got this one. But Star Wars Miniatures was really fun. A lot of sets. It was all booster boxes. You got around 8 miniatures a box. Really fun. You know, me and a lot of buddies played it all through college. You had a grid map, and you just had so much Star Wars available. It was right around the time Revenge of the Sith was coming out. So that was like a big set. And then we got followed up with things like Force Unleashed. I thought that was cool. We were getting Knights of the Old Republic, cards like Revan and Malik. Just neat. I really wish I kept a lot of those miniatures for Star Wars role-playing games, which we use that a lot for. That's super good. And once they introduced space ones, you had a lot of these V-Wings. And I just thought it was really cool. The space combat was neat. It was still grid-based. You didn't have as cool as maps as you did with the ground units, but it was great until Wizards finally lost the licensing for Star Wars, which worked out because here we are playing Star Wars Unlimited thanks to Fantasy Flight Games. So I'll take it. Because we're at 6 and we have a lot of low-cost cards, we're just going to stick with it. I'm really confident with where we're at. Let's go ahead and just swing. Let's do some damage here. First, we're going to swing with the Jetta Agitator. Deal 2 damage to the base. Put some more damage there. That's a total of 4. So it's a 9. Here comes a Snow Speeder. Does have ambush, so it's going to take out Wolf. That's all right. Swing with Sabine. It's going to deal 3 damage there. Puts him at 4. And we'll see what Battlefield Marine does. Really nothing. Here comes Yularen's going to heal him a little bit more. All right. Let's, man, that keep fighting was going to get us there. We'll go ahead and open fire. Let's get rid of the Battlefield Marine so we don't have to deal with that. And we will probably keep fighting with the Agitator so we can do 4 damage to the base, giving us a really good setup next turn. Yep, 14-1. I'll take it. Opponent's going to really have to work hard to take out both units. It is possible because they have... no, they only have 1 rebel unit, so it's not possible. So, yeah. Base first. 2 extra damage there. All right, they're going to go first. We're going to pass. Again, I think the only thing... I can't think of anything I'm worried about. I don't think they're going to play anything. They could play a green unit and heal and get Sentinel, but we still have Saboteur. Yep. Weren't there. We got it. Nice. Nice. So we're going to do 1 more draft. So 3 drafts in 1 night. I may or may not do 2 full matches on this 3rd one. We'll see. We'll see. Let's forfeit. Moving on. That was fun. I was really surprised the red got us there. Playing double red, you know. I don't know. But I'm a big fan of aggression, so that's always going to do it. All right, if you're joining us and you haven't seen how draft works, you start off with opening your packs and pulling out the leader cards, which are always going to be facing a different direction than the rest of the cards. And you have to draft from there. Out of this scenario, I will just take Chewbacca. I will do it. I will pick Chewbacca. So Chewbacca isn't bad. 7. You know, yes, it takes him a while to come out there, but Sentinel, Grit, you can build around it with those colors. But also here comes Turret, who's also really good, but he's the same colors. So if the problem with this is if we take him and we get stuck with a final card that's blue as well, we got to get blue. And that can be hard. That can give your opponents way too much knowledge. If you're drafting next to someone and somehow you see they have a blue and a blue, give them a blue for the final card because they're going to have some trouble. And let's see what kind of trouble we run into. So we're having fun. All right, we weren't given a blue card, so we can go green, white, or blue, white. Take Hera Syndulla here. So if you're unfamiliar with Hera, she is going to allow you to play Spectre cards and ignore their aspect penalties. So that means we could play cards like Kanan Jarrus or Karabast or Ezra, even if we don't have the colors. Chura Inway, he has the ability to stay alive longer once he's on the field. Essentially, he will not die until he has, obviously, damage past or equal to his current health, and he will not die till the end of that phase. So, in other words, a lot of people will put Sentinel on him, or, you know, till he can absorb a lot of damage, and, you know, you buy yourself a good turn. Chewbacca, however, he gets stronger every time he gets hit, and he has Sentinel. So, a lot of late game here. Green's probably going to be a real popular card for us because we want to get resupplies so we can put these guys out quicker. I like how I was hoping for like a quick 2 games, but none of these colors are quick. Or at least blue, white, green is not going to be quick. All right, we have a white card here, which we could take for Fleet Lieutenant, or we can immediately commit to green, but I'm seeing Kanan Jarrus, and I love Kanan. He works in both aspects, Hera and Chewbacca, so, and Chirrut, so we're going to take him. Next card, Force is with me. Choose a friendly unit and give 2 experience tokens to it. Yes. You control a Force unit? Yes. Here's the problem. We have a Vanquish, and Vanquish is going to defeat a non-leader unit. Removal or really good card? It's tough. It's tough. Yes. We're going for it. Well, let's have fun. And you know, this is what our third draft. Let's have fun. There's a second one. we go with this one, we're definitely committing to some force stuff, which is good. There's a lot of blue-white force. Let's do one more. It's a new card, so why not play something new, let people see it, have some fun. Out comes Han Solo. Snowspeeder is going to be good for us, so we're going to take the Snowspeeder. Give us some options here. We have another Fleet Lieutenant. It's white. I'm going to pick it because we still really haven't committed to a full color yet. Because again, we can play Hera and go blue and definitely play these two cards. Restored ARC definitely means we need to play blue for that restore, but Fleet Lieutenant's going to hit a little bit harder. You know, but Chewbacca's not a rebel. Hera's a rebel. We'll go with we'll go Fleet Lieutenant. Just hits hard. All right, you're my only hope. Look at the top card of your deck. You may play it if it costs 5 less. So you can just play the card for 3, right? That's not bad. If your base has 5 or less remaining HP, you may play it for free instead. So, all right. So it costs 5 less, or you pay a lot more. So it's pretty cool. Let's take Wilderness Fighter though, just for the healing or for the shielded ability. Give us a couple of options here. And we'll probably take the resupply. We're probably going to go blue, white, green. Resupply we're going to need for these units anyway, especially if we go heavy. Jedi. Chopper's really fun. We haven't seen a lot of Spectre cards. We have 2. Kanan benefits from Spectre as well and can heal your base. And I think we're going to go Chopper. Yeah, I think we're going to go Chopper. I think I know what I want to play for fun, and I think it's probably going to be green, white, blue using Hera. So let's kind of build around that. That can be fun. There's some good cards in here. I think we're going to take the V-Wing for the draw. Strike True can deal some damage, but card advantage is going to be stronger with that higher card cost there. Now, because we're going green, white, blue, we can play Carabast with Hera because it is a Spectre card and ignore the red. So let's take that. Oh, 4 blue cards. My favorite here. Repair, Make an Opening. We're going to take Make an Opening. It's a good card. Can heal your unit. And we'll take Academy Training just to have that permanent buff. And these doesn't matter, but we'll take Power Failure. Good sideboard card. Rallying Cry, maybe a good sideboard card, but you got to play double red. It can be tough. It can be tough. So taking a look at what we have here, blue, white, and 1 yellow card, 1 green unit, 1 green upgrade, and mostly some cards we can go in the green. So again, Hera may be the better card to kind of play here. I think we can have some fun, but it comes to these next couple packs. If for some reason we're not seeing the strong green build or Spectre build, we can pivot. So a little bit more in that blue-white. So I would like to not pivot if we can avoid it. And what's going to help with that is cards like General Dodonna. All rebel units get +1/+1. Yes. Exactly what I was looking for. Another Force is in me, as well as it binds all things to heal a Force unit. Unfortunately, I do want to see something a little bit stronger because we're not guaranteed this type of card without Chirrut. So let's go with the Restored ARC. It's a little bit better than the V-Wing because it has more health and it's going to draw. Or sorry, it's going to heal, sorry. For this pack, I would have loved a Spectre unit, but we did not get one. So really our options are the Forces with me, Metal Ceremony, and the Surgical Droid. We don't have many low-cost units, so let's take that Surgical Droid just in case. We want to keep Kanan alive. Out comes Bendu. Bendu, new card this week. Fun fact, played by one of the famous Doctor Who's. I believe it was the 8th Doctor. I did not know that till this week. That's pretty cool. Anyway, no, sorry, not the 8th Doctor. He played by the 7th Doctor. I think it's the 7th Doctor. It's not the 8th Doctor because that's the one that was like in the movie from like the early 2000s, I think, or 2010. No, early 2000s. So no, 96. I don't know. I'm bad at Doctor Who classic. So, but I did learn he was a doctor, and I think that's really cool. But Bendu's ability is he's 6 cost. He's a 4/7 with Sentinel, and the next non-hero, non-villain card you play cost 2 less. I think that's neat. You know, he's really a balanced creature. I'm excited to see more of the balanced ones that aren't villain or hero and kind of work more in that favor. Anyway, what we're going to take here is the strike true. So let's get a little bit more removal. Now we have Devotion, we have Alliance Dispatcher, we have a Sentinel unit. All good cards here. Devotion's going to restore our base. I think we're going to take the... Let's take the Dispatcher. Let's kind of put some units in a little bit faster, and it's a good 1 cost. All right, Resupply or Echo-based Defender. We still need a bomb to hit, so I'm going to grab the Sentinel. Nothing really big here. We'll take the frontline shuttle so we can have a couple more space units. Build that up. Hera's a big fan of fighting in space. Take the Star Viper. A Skiff, a Mon Mothma. We're probably going to take that Mon Mothma. I'm hoping to search for Spectre units here, hopefully in pack 3. This pack is definitely one for us. We're going to take the Patrolling V-Wing for the draw a card. And back to this pack, nothing solid for us. We'll just take the Chewbacca. Same thing, we'll take the Mercenary Company. We can at least play that card. Has Ambush and Overwhelm. And we'll take Red 3 for no reason. And Precision Fire. All right, pack 3, we're going to have to really build up our deck here. What are we missing? As far as ground units, we can play everything except that Chewbacca. Space, we have, 5 space units? That's looking good. Event-wise, we have 2 damage cards. We have 2 experience cards. Healing, a resupply. So, yeah, I think we're okay as far as how we're grounding ourselves out. But we need a couple of other things here. Ooh, Zeb Aurelios or Wedge Antilles. We have 5 or 6 space units, but Zeb is going to fit that Spectre build. So we're going to take Zeb. This is a really good pack. I saw Devotion, just some good stuff here. Out comes Yoda and Ezra Bridger again. Ezra is going to fit that Spectre mold. Let's go for it. Yoda would probably be my second choice. Honor Guard third. There's some good cards here I think are going to come back around. So let's go for that. Here we go. The heavy Rebel packs. Let's go Admiral Akbar, who can deal damage and he can restore. When you play him, deal damage equal to the number of units you control in an arena. So he's good early game. He's good late game. Solid pick. 3 cost. Second Dodonna and another force is with me. Let's take the Dodonna just again. He's a good magnet for damage. He's going to put some pressure on the board. I think it's a good pick. Wing Leader. Yes. I think Wing Leader. Wing Leader or X-Wing. Wing Leader is just going to make our unit stronger. We'll take it. This third pack, I think, came in handy a lot. A second Carabas, which we can play. It's going to deal damage to a unit. Let's take it. Vigilant Honor Guards here for that Sentinel ability. As long as it's healed, which we have ways of healing our units. Here's this pack I was hoping to come back to. Academy Training, Surgical Droid, Repair. Let's take the Surgical Droid. It's good 1 cost. Want to make sure we're starting off strong. We'll take a Wedge Antilles here, another Rebel unit. Play the Honor Guard. I feel like I don't want to get too many resupplies. We only have 1, but I just don't want to go too heavy into it. Tactical Advantage is really the only option for us. Consular Security Force. Another Surgical Droid, and we are given Bodhi Rook. Bodhi Rook from Rogue One. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Definitely playing Hero, and we're going to go Harrison, Dula, double Akbar. I kind of wish, I'm not sure why they don't just double up on the unique unit Akbar there. Oh, I think because one was a foil. So it probably separated it that way. That makes sense. Yeah, we can play every single one of these units. They all fit our colors, except for Bodhi and Chewbacca, so that's 21 ground units. Space units, we can play them all except for Red 3. And we have a good amount of events, so we have some choices here. Let's build the deck. Hera, please. Again, Hera says we can ignore aspect penalty of Spectre units in play. So we're going to drop the tower, and we're going to play Capital City for that Lothal. Okay, so first let's put in the Spectre units. It's going to be Chopper, Zeb Aurelios, Ezra Bridger, and Kanan Jarrus. So we have the full Spectre crew except for Sabine, -1 here. I remember this Rebel story arc. Let's see here. Admiral Akbar. Oh, that was probably just a glitch then. That's why they gave us 2 Akbars. Okay, we're going to play the Dispatcher to kind of put a unit in early. We definitely want our Sentinel units, so let's put in Echo Base Defender. Both Odanas are going to be targets for the opponent, but also strengthening our units. Mon Mothma is going to be able to search for our Spectres. Again, Honor Guard has that Sentinel ability, and Snowspeeder has Ambush. Puts us about 13 cards. Before we move forward, let's go see where else we want to fill up our spots, because we have like 20-something units. So before we come back, let's put some other things in here we know we're going to need. So Strike True is a damage event. We're going to want that to deal with some of those units. Forces with Me is going to make our unit stronger. Hopefully we have Kanan or a Ezra out to kind of take advantage of getting a shield token as well. And we have Carabas, which is going to do damage to units +1. So no penalty for playing it. So let's just run those both. This leaves us with a resupply, a make an opening, and a tactical advantage. We can play the resupply. It's more likely going to be a resource card rather than me playing it, but gives us an option. Space units, because of everything we have, there's not that many. We should play them to kind of go wide. Now that we know we can play all the space units, it's a good idea to play Wedge Antilles to give them ambush and +1/+1. So again, he's going to pull some of that hate. It's going to be a target for the cards like Takedown and Vanquish. So we have 4 more slots to fill. I'm going to go back to the upgrade, and we're going to add in Academy Training. My plan is to kind of keep Kanan in play in all the Spectre units. And I think in order to do that, we're going to play all 3 surgical droids. So let's see what we can do. If you're unfamiliar with why I want Kanan Jarrus to survive, it is because on attack, you discard 1 card from the defending player's deck for each friendly Spectre unit. Heal 1 damage from your base for each different aspect among discarded cards. So at most, you're going to heal 3, but I'm hoping I can discard 3 or 4 cards every turn, eliminating what my opponent can do, because this is a 30-card deck, right? If I would have gotten Vigilance, where you can mill someone 6, I would play double blue, because in 30 cards, you draw 6, you're at 24. Someone mills you 6 on turn 3. That means you have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 cards. You're at 14 cards left in your deck. You're not going to last. That's 7 more turns, right? Playing someone like Kanan, it's just going to take away their options, put them on tilt. I think it's a great card. It's definitely one I've been playing with Chirrut myself in my own testing, so. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure I had the wrong overlay that whole time, everybody. My bad. I got better hitting the right button every time we switch. Move that button closer. Now, I did get 2 Spectre units in my opening hand, and I don't ever want to mulligan when I'm playtesting to just figure out what to do in the situation. So no mulligan. We have a 1-drop. We have a 2-drop. You know, the tempo is here, so no mulligan. We are going to drop a resupply. And the question is, do we drop Mon Mothma, who's going to draw some cards, or the Frontline Shuttle? I think we're going to drop the Frontline Shuttle. We'll play Mon Mothma this turn and refill our hand a little bit. Search the top 5 cards. We have a 24-card deck, so we should find some Rebel units. There's an Akbar and a Snowspeeder. Seems good. Akbar, please. And we'll pass. So Akbar is going to be great as we continue to build up. We, for some reason, have the ARC. So my bad there. Wrong click. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit tougher. What do we get rid of? We have 3 Spectre units, so none of them. But we also finally have this Restore ARC that's going to give us some health. So we can drop the Strike True, but it's our one removal card. Let's drop the Restored ARC. We're not playing aggressive, so why not start here? ISB Agent gets played with no event shown, so I don't have to worry about it. If you're unfamiliar with what Boba Fett does, just so you know, he wants to have our units leave play, so that way he can untap a resource and use that ability to play more cards in turn. Once he's in play, he's going to do the same thing, except he has to attack, and it's 2 resources. So, Hera Syndulla, we've already talked about what she does, but when she's in play, you can on attack give an experience token to another unique unit. Hence, cards like Akbar, Spectre units, and Mon Mothma. So, now Mon Mothma is only a 1/3, so we're not going to be able to do much with her there, but we can take out the Snow Trooper Lieutenant, which I think is what I'm going to do with Akbar. So he sees 2 ground units. He can hit a unit for 2. It's going to be that Lieutenant. AI has nothing else they can do but play a TIE Fighter. We're going to attack with Mon Mothma into the base. AI will probably take the initiative, and we'll pass. Here comes Wedge, and here comes Wing Leader. Ooh, these are all good choices. So I want to keep everyone out. These unique units give Hera a couple of different abilities, so let's try to make that work. We'll put out the Wing Leader, and we'll protect Mon Mothma. She's now a 3/5, which is pretty good. We can take out the ISB Agent, no problem. Get him off the board. Take a little bit of damage ourselves, and we can still play Chopper this turn. AI may still play something. They have 2 resources left, and they've been wanting to remove one of our units, giving them 3 resources, and we'll play Chopper. There it is. Volunteer Soldier, Raid 1. Let's take the initiative. Hera comes out at turn 6, so we still have some time here. Good cards, good card. If we're going to drop Academy Training, we can now play Ezra Bridger and the Force is with me, which he will see a Force unit. So let's go ahead and do that. Ezra is a Force, Rebel, and a Spectre, but we do get waylaid, which is what Boba Fett wants to do. So smart move on his part. Smart move for sure. Nothing else we can play this turn. Let's go ahead and get rid of this Volunteer Soldier with Mon Mothma. She's taking out troopers left and right. That's the kind of woman power that I love in Star Wars right there. Unfortunately, she loses an experience token. Let's do a little bit more damage. Chopper will go in there. He does not get Raid 1, but he can discard a top card of an opponent's deck. There goes that Jawa. Out comes a Angry Boba Fett. We'll see what Boba Fett does here. He has no cards in hand, but the smart move is take out one of our units. Decides not to. That Chopper is probably going to be what gets him. So next turn, we can play Hera Syndulla and put an experience token on one of our unique units. We're going to drop the Dispatcher, I think. Let's go ahead and put Hera out right now. She's a 4/6, so Boba can't take her out, but he can tap her with Asteroid Sanctuary. So there goes that plan. No problem. We still have another Ezra Bridger, and we have a Wedge Antilles. I like Wedge because he's such a threat, but Kanan's going to be good too. I'm going to put Kanan out. Kanan won't die this turn. Boba, there's no cards in the AI's hand. Boba's not swinging on one of our units like he should. I think we're just going to play Chopper, swing a little bit here. We'll probably just make sure we take the initiative. Opponent has only 1 unit left to do. I want to make sure we go first next turn because I want that Kanan to heal our base, get some damage going, and give our opponent less options. So let's take the initiative. 2 cards. Ooh, Dodonna. Dodonna's going to be a really good threat for Boba Fett. We'll make sure, and Dodonna's going to make sure that Boba Fett stays, that Kanan stays alive. So I think we're going to drop Dodonna and I guess Ezra. We'll play Dodonna. What's Boba Fett do? He plays an ATST, has Overwhelm, no ambush. Sounds good. swing with Hera, and we're going to put an experience token on Kanan Jarrus. So give him a little bit more there. Yep, Dodonna dies. Perfect. That's what I wanted to see. Put some damage on... Oh, shit. Misclick there. Meant to play Ezra Bridger. Instead, we got stuck with the Consortium Star Viper. A problem you can only make in online games, whether it's TTS or Force Table. Ezra was going to be the best play because we would have triggered Kanan's ability and milled the opponent 4 cards. Instead, I'm milling them 3. And hopefully I'm healing 3. Discard 3 cards from the opponent's deck. Yes. Bosk, ISB Agent, love it. All right, now the AI, we have to make the decision. We are a little bit ahead here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. With that raid ability and the discard. I think we're just going to go for it. Let's just keep attacking. So Chopper will swing first. Get rid of that outmaneuver. Hits them for 2. Mon Mothma is going to hit him for 2 as well. And Akbar is going to hit them for 1. Okay, it's 8-13. The opponent, though, does have the ATST that hits for 6 and overwhelm, so we're going to see what they do. I'm going to drop this V-Wing just to have a couple more options like Ezra and Zeb Aurelios in case we want to go that way, but we also have Karabast and the Forces with me. Wrong move. AI should have swung with ATST first, so in this scenario, the best play would have been to take out Kanan Jarrus, so... But you did not. So he's going to hit your base for 5 and heal. Discard 3 cards off the opponent's deck. We are at 12. Opponent is at 8. They have an ambush ability, but they can only take out a unit. It won't be enough. Hera has it right there on the board. 4 damage. That's it. That's game. I had a fun time. I hope other people did too. Oh, Sarah, Hera, there you go. Boba Fett, take an experience token. But no, I had a fun time. Anyway, so I'm excited for draft. I hope you are too. Kelston, thanks for joining. Everyone else, thanks for watching tonight. Again, we are getting closer and closer to the release. If you haven't already, look for Star Wars demos in your area. If you're in Portland, again, that's where I'll be with all these great demo decks from Fantasy Flight Games, doing some learn to plays and stuff like that. So there'll be a couple more in Portland next month, but this weekend we'll be at Guardian Games and Gongai Games. So one in Portland proper and the other one in Portland suburb. I'm having fun. Join me Saturday for some Sealed. Check out my other videos, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. And comment and tell me what you're excited about for Star Wars. Thanks, everyone.